What's good, everybody? It's your man Jay Orbit. I guess I'm gonna try to do a small little tutorial on how to sketch on Sketchbook Pro, the app. I'm currently using a Samsung Galaxy Note. That's what I do most of my artwork on. Usually, what I start with is usually just a circle, something like this. It's like a guide I'd use to starting when I'm drawing a head or whatever. Of course, it's the neck. This line right here is the eyes, and of course the nose and the mouth. But this is the neck and the shoulder. All right, and then of course the arm. All right. Zoom in, and then I just start to apply. Where the brow would go and stuff like that. And then of course under your eye, over the bridge of your nose, and then the bottom part of your nose where the shadow would go. If you want, you get technical with it. Just draw this and then do this, do that. And then the lips, right? Bottom part of the lip, top part of the mouth, right? So this is just a guide, right? This is all, I call this the guide. It basically helps you know where you're gonna place everything. Eyebrow, all right. When I was first learning how to draw, I used to copy a lot of comic books that I had as a kid growing up. I had a lot of Incredible Hulks, a lot of Spider-Man, a lot of Superman comic books. And then one day I ran into somebody that told me yo, have I ever tried drawing myself? So now whenever I draw, I tend to use my eyebrows in almost all my drawings. And that's why if you ever look at some of my artwork, it sort of resembles me. Like some of my artwork, not all of them, just a few of them. I purposely do that, or at times I'll just change it up where I'll make the character look a lot different for me because I know my habits. And I'm not afraid to admit it. But yeah, I use myself as the model or the base model for any drawing I start. All right, ears, the top of the head. And usually you're supposed to apply shadow here at times, depending where the lighting is on the face. All right, and of course the iris. All right, so usually the artwork usually starts with something like this. So there's some sort of touch sensitivity on the stylus, which if you kind of curve it sideways, it shadows like that, which is pretty dope because the last note I had which was the Note 3, couldn't do that. So this is sideways and this is just regular. See that? See the difference? So yeah, I think that's pretty dope. All right. I have a tendency of drawing I emphasize on the jugular vein when I want everybody to know that it's a male that I'm drawing, which I mean you don't necessarily have to, but it's just my thing. And remember, art is you don't have to follow what another artist does. Art is like freedom of expression. You break the rules, you break the laws. You know what I'm saying? You do it however you want to do it. All right, and give him some dreads. Excuse me, we don't call them dreads, we call them locks, because we don't dread having them. All right. Line them up. Right. So now we move on to something else called layers. So layers is located up at the top. Well, right now I'm holding the phone sideways, so it would be in this option menu right here, like this one all the way right here. It's called layers right here. Click that, hit a plus. That's the top layer. This is the second. This one's the second layer. That's the new layer. The bottom layer, you can take it, lighten it up some, and then select new. I don't know, whatever tool you prefer to use. I have specific tools that I use when I'm drawing, just because of how the tip works. Like when you stop, or when you rise up the pen. Pause this for a second. All right, sorry about that. I had to pause for a second. I had to take care of something. But yeah, I have specific sets that I usually work with. I have all types of tools in here if I needed. Paint brushes, pens, pencils, charcoal, blending tools, erasers, glowing tools, everything. But today we're just gonna use the fountain pen, and also since like the screen is so small on this, I usually go to my tools, like there's a selection here that you can go through, like down here if you see it. I don't know if wherever you see that the cruiser is, the predictive stroke. I like to use that because it helps me straighten out my lines. Because again, I have no support when I'm doing this. I'm usually just holding the phone in my hand and then drawing at the same time. So and also if the tools are in the way, you can also click this here and it removes everything out your way. So I tend to zoom in on the eyebrows. Let me see how big. Oh, that's too big. I'll try to use this one here. I draw on my phone, and I draw on paper the regular way. And I caught myself one time as I was drawing. I caught myself trying to zoom in. Like I put my fingers on the paper and actually tried to zoom in. That's how much I had gotten used to like drawing on my phone. I do have a tablet that I would use for art, but due to the fact that my stylus got messed up, so now I'm kind of like limited to just using my phone. So please be mindful of it again, of like me just limited to just using my phone to create art. But anyways, get to the eye. I have different kinds of eyes that I like to do. I got this one, curve in at the corner, right? Line over the eye. I got that one. Let me see, there's another one. I also have this one. I don't know if you can see the difference. So yeah, I have different types of eyes that I tend to use, but the one on the left is my go-to. Fix that. And my artwork is heavily inspired by like Boondocks. And I had a friend by the name, I have a homeboy, one of my closest friends from high school by the name of Chauncey. He went to AI, Art School of Intelligence, the one that's located in Fort Lauderdale. And I didn't get a chance to go to college for art because of certain inconvenience. But what he would do, he would like come back, and whenever we chill, he would like help me, better my skills by helping me out. That's one thing I liked about Chance. I like about Chance. He'll help you out. He won't like he doesn't look at you as if you're like a competitor to him. He actually out of like, just him being cool, he decided to help me out. You know what I'm saying? Which I've always like appreciated him for that, because he didn't have to, but he just chose to do it anyways. Yeah, this is me just adjusting the eyes. I highlighted. I basically use like this tool that you could use to select a specific part of the drawing, and then use the other tool to So I could have zoomed in. I mean, not zoomed. I could have increased the size. I could have decreased the size, but yeah, I think I like it with how it is right now. Yeah, and one thing, if nobody knows this about artists, we don't always get everything done right on the first try. Let me not say all art, but let's just say there's some artwork that we do. It's like doing it over and over and over and over till you get it right type of situation. And I'm one of those kind of artists where I'll do something over and over and over and over until I feel like it's right. I don't draw to meet anybody's expectation. I tend to just draw, and if I feel like it's okay, then that's what I'll go with. You know what I mean? And of course, people, oh man, it's great, that's dope, you know, this and that. Yeah, of course, we all like that. You know what I mean? I haven't met an artist today that's not like, that don't feel good when somebody like praises their work, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, nose. You know, since he is a brother, gotta give him the broad nose. Alright. And then that there. I mean, there's so many ways of doing this. You can do this. And of course another eye. This is me kind of just adding stuff to it. This is one of my go-tos right here. I draw the shadow on like the line that marks where the bottom part of the nose is, where the shadow will sit. And then just looking at it right now, I feel like the mouth is a little too far up. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna draw the lips in. You know, he's a brother, so he has to have like full lips. Right? So then what I'll do, see how this looks here? See how the lips, they look a little too high? So what I'll do, I'll highlight, I'll select certain points, like the lips beam, go around it like that, go back to my tools, and then transform like a lower, put it right there. Yeah, I think that's good. All right, and then I'll move to the side of the face, cheekbone, jawline, chin. It's a little crooked, but I can fix that with the line. That there. One of the things I had to learn how to do is not try to copy everything on one side, like, because your face is not, it's not perfect. You know what I'm saying? Like our face have certain shapes to it, where everybody thinks that, you know, if you look at your face closely, which, I mean, you know your face, but if you look at your face, you'll notice that sometimes you have an eye that's a little higher than the other, or bigger than the other, or whatever it is. Like it depends on how deep you look in your face or whatever. But your cheekbones, your jawline, it's not perfectly aligned with the other side, like with both sides. So like try not to be too worried about it. Just, you know, when you draw, just basically try to get what you see in humans, like in life, as far as like, you know, if you're drawing like an image of a person or whatever. All right, earlobe. See, if you look at both ears, they're different. They're still ears. If you look at your ears, both ears on both sides of your head don't look exactly like the other one, like each other on each side. Alright, hairline. Alright, fix that right there. Fix this right here. Alright, the brow. Alright, right here. Right, and then you get to the hair. Put the locks in there. Locks. Locks. put one in the center, and put a few just to make it look believable. You know what I'm saying? And then you get down to the neck, right? Adam's apple. All right, and then of course shoulder blade, or your trap, excuse me. Shadow, collarbone. You know what I'm saying? And then of course, add little details like facial hair, just to make the face stand out more. Yeah, whatever you prefer, you know what I'm saying? It's all about preferences at this point. Right? And facial hair. Drawing the jowls. Grown man, you understand? Excuse me. Okay, I'm trying to facial hair. You know what I'm saying? This is a grown man with a 9 to 5. You know what I'm saying? Try this right here. Right? And then, so now you can use the image that you were using on the first layer. You can actually close that out and see what you actually have. See? Now, remember, he came, the drawing that I did just now came from this. Close that. Came from this, right, to this. See what I'm saying? I have certain ways that I start my drawings, and a lot of them have to do with, like, I would call it the bone structure of how I start my drawings. I mean, I'll give you a quick example right here on the side. And I'll go back to the first layer, right? Move this over. Side profile. All right. So of course, you know, side of your face, the nose, lips, chin. Now I drew this a little too far back, but I can always fix that. Again, there really ain't no mistakes in drawing. All right, side, nose. Right, eyebrows. Side of his face right here, cheekbones. All right, right here. I'll fix it right here. Draw the ear. All right, jugular vein, and move the Adam's apple a little bit farther out. About right there is good, right? It's the side of the head. It's the skull. Back of his head. See what I'm saying? Give him that Tyrese head. And then on the second layer, I just changed my tool. Go to the fountain pen. Predictive stroke. Zoom in. And get the lining. Or get the ink in. See what I'm saying? So it's like, that's what I use to start my artwork. I use, I guess, a bone structure to what I'm doing to guide where the artwork is going to be. Chin, Adam's apple, jawline. Drawing the fascia here. See on the side, I made him look like a pretty boy. Beam. Yeah, like I said, my artwork is heavily inspired by my boy Chauncey's style of drawing, because again, he's the one that helped me better my drawing skills. And also watching a lot of Boondocks. It helped me, especially because I love the drawing style they used in Boondocks. Primarily, I think it started off in season 3, where you can notice a big difference in the drawing style. I can't remember the guy's name, but it's the same person that did the artwork for, I believe, for Black Dynamite too. Try this right here. You know what I'm saying? His line got to be crisp. And so crisp back here, but yeah, whatever. The back of his neck, jowls, not the jowls, but the jugular vein. I'm gonna do some line to represent shadows. Draw the iris in. See what I'm saying? And mind you, I had used what I call the bone structure in order to place everything where I want it to be at to create this image. Now remove the first 2 image. Beam. This is what we got right here. This is the original image. This is where we started. And now look where we're at now. See what I'm saying? But yeah. This is just steps that I take to draw. I guess the next tutorial I do is basically on how I color, you know what I'm saying? Which again, you guys don't have to do anything the way I do it, but this is just my preference. It's why I like to stick to when it comes down to drawing. This is my style. But yeah, just, you know, sharing some of my steps, you know what I'm saying, on how to do this. It's all up to you. You don't have to do it my way. This is just, you know, helping people who want to figure out how to do this, you know what I'm saying? Question, am I the only artist that started off with just like learning how to draw the eye right? Like, I don't know, for some reason growing up as a kid, I was fascinated by drawing eyes, you know what I'm saying? You know, just one, it would be like a whole sheet of paper with like drawing eyes, you know what I'm saying? And I used to get like super detailed with like doing this. I mean, now I really don't have to, because I guess I feel like I'm decent at it. I'm not gonna say I'm great. When you're an artist, especially, especially an artist or anybody, period, this is life, you know, this is me dropping some gems. You're forever a student, you understand? Like, you never stop learning. This is the facts of life, you know what I'm saying? So, I was heavily into like drawing eyeballs. I don't know why, as a kid, you know what I'm saying? This was like my thing right here. I mean, let me know in the comments. Let me know what you all think. This is your man, Jay Orbit. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Peace.